Hey everybody, welcome to Checkpoint on Campus, your #1 resource for college esports, the voice of college esports officially. I am your host, Norris Howard, joining alongside my co-host, Jacob Brothers. Jacob, what's up?
I'm doing great. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Hopefully, this news can make me feel a little bit better because we're going to go to the Pennsylvania Cup where HU Storm hosted an invitational of all Pennsylvania, not all, but many Pennsylvania area colleges in a grand tournament of Overwatch and League of Legends. So, Jacob, give us the rundown of the schools that were actually present and how much they were playing for.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, so this was the 3rd annual Pennsylvania Cup. There were about 10 schools involved: Pennsylvania College of Technology, Widener University, Montgomery Community College, yes, Juniata College, King's College, St. Francis University, HU Storm, obviously, King's College, Temple University, Messiah University, and Robert Morris University. So a couple big schools there.
Yeah, you got Robert Morris and Temple there. And you know what? Robert Morris, again, legacy esports school, a school known for having a good esports program. Temple, a big traditional sports school that is trying to make some waves in the esports world. And then, of course, HU Storm, the host, one of the top programs in the country. But how much were they playing for? And, you know, how much were they playing for, man?
Yeah, so the prize pool for Overwatch was $1,800 and the prize pool for League was $1,500. And
yeah,
you know, I showed up to this tournament a little late. It was already, you know, late in the airing of this tournament, and didn't realize I was watching the grand finals. Do you you want to clue me into how League was?
Yeah, and so the thing about it is that, you know, what I also saw was the grand finals. I didn't see a lot of other streams. But the thing is that I got to give some love to Messiah College because this is a school I have not heard much about, a school that I've not followed a lot, and they're able to get to the finals of both League and Overwatch. I thought that was very, very telling, especially in a bracket that has Robert Morris, which is, again, another legacy esports school. So much love and praise out to Messiah College for being able to get to the finals of these two esports. However, with that said, this was not an entertaining grand finals to watch, especially not League. So I got a chance to watch the League tournament the League grand final in its entirety, and Messiah College was outclassed in virtually every way. In game 1, you had the top laner for HU Storm, Sandflame. He had 5 kills in the first 10 minutes on Gangplank, which is kind of not supposed to happen. Gangplank is a strong champion, but not a champion that you expect to be getting out ahead in such a manner. And then in game 2, their bot laner, their AD carry Hopeful, had 5 kills in 5 minutes. Every 60 seconds, Hopeful got a kill. In League of Legends, as an AD carry, which is traditionally the position that is supposed to suck in early game and carry you late game, Hopeful was nuts. I mean, he was able to get in there on Samira, she's not supposed to come online till level 4, 5, and 6, and completely demolished Messiah College's bottom lane. And it was really tough to watch, to be honest with you. And I got frustrated watching it because I hate to see lopsided games like this. Now, if I'm on HU Storm and we've put together 40 kills in one single game, I'm feeling great. We playing with our food at that point. But you know, it has to be, you know, a really tough thing to go through as Messiah College to get to the level where you're like, we're playing one of the top programs, and to be just utterly outclassed in such a way. It really almost made me feel bad for Messiah College to see it. Obviously, this was a 2-0 sweep in League of Legends. So, Jacob, please tell me that Overwatch went a little bit better.
Yeah, well, a 3-0 sweep isn't that much better. I mean, when you're across, you know, 3 maps that are all capture maps. So that was Oasis, Kings Row, and Volskaya Industries. And you get a collective 24% across all 3 of those maps. You're not enjoying the video game that you're playing for that hour. And I mean, you're right, because basically Messiah College was the non-Harrisburg in this competition, and they became the butt of a joke. And that's really unfortunate because I'm willing to bet that Messiah College is pretty good. But on Twitch, they were made to look not that good. And as you talked about, there weren't really other things being streamed, like other matches of this invitational, which makes me wonder, is this Harrisburg event kind of more about Harrisburg? Or it's not even really a Harrisburg event. It's a PA, it's a Pennsylvania event, but it was about Harrisburg.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly feels that way. And, you know, I really like Harrisburg, and, you know, we've had Harrisburg on the show many times. But it does feel a lot like this was padding the stats a little. That this was, hey, let's, you know, continue to perform at this particular invitational in order to make ourselves look a little bit better. You know, CLOL is going good. We're undefeated. You know, we're gearing up for Overwatch season, and we would love our guys to get another scrim in, which is essentially what this ended up looking like. But this was worse than a scrim, because when you scrim, you want to play teams that are on the same level, if not slightly better than you. And this was target practice, you know, for both esports. And it does, to me, feel like it was just so disappointing to see the finals turn out the way they did. And it makes me question the validity and the competitive integrity of the Pennsylvania Cup. Now, I know none of these, you know, you can't control where the school was built. You know, that was a decision made a long time ago. But it makes me feel like maybe this is something that Harrisburg doesn't participate in the future.
Well, and they already have their massive tournament with the other big schools. Like, they already throw that big event.
The HUE Invitational. Yeah, so that's a huge nationwide thing where the biggest programs from across the nation come in and they play Harrisburg. And they play each other, obviously, but Harrisburg puts on the event. Let that be your tentpole event. Let that be the big thing that you're concerned about. But I don't know. A lot of this just feels, it feels really bad, and it makes me feel bad for Messiah.
Well, what it is for me, because I mean, I get it. If you're the esports school that's still dominating headlines, including over the schools that have beaten you, and you know, in the most recent history, you're playing Overwatch, you lose to a team that doesn't have Overwatch League support, you know, and then you lose in League, and the other schools the other top two teams are from the same school. Like, that's not going to look good in headlines. And so you may as well have the most recent headlines be, hey, we absolutely uninstalled Pennsylvania. But on that same hand, if you're going to do that, you need to show all the matches, because a lot of these schools aren't even getting airtime in anything else they're playing in. And so if you're going to have a Pennsylvania Cup, and if you're going to dominate every single team, you may as well show the matches that are closer, showing off other Pennsylvania talent.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's going to be that on that conversation. I really hope to see more from Messiah College in the future, because I was impressed that they were able to get that far, but disappointed at their showing in those grand finals.